Unsung heroes whose names faded in the darkness. After all the bloodshed, tears, sweat, voices, we finally got what we always wanted, our Azad India. There are many freedom fighters who looked right into the eyes of the British rulers and dared to raise slogans of an Azad India. Well, we all know the great freedom fighters who are celebrated all over the Indian community. But there are some, despite of the glory, that remain unrecognized. Even so, are we aware of those whose name faded in the darkness?
Rani Gaidinliu, 1525 to 1970. Rani Gaidinliu, the ruler of Ulal, a town in Mangalore, was the first to live a queen and was called the first woman freedom fighter of India. Rani Gaidinliu fought against the Portuguese for over 4 decades when they trained their eyes towards the south after capturing Goa. Even after she had been captured, she refused to give up and died fighting for freedom. For her monumental bravery, she is still known as Abhay Rani, the fearless queen.
Durgawati Devi, 1907 to 1999. Durgawati Devi or Durga Bhabi, also known as the Agni of India, is remembered to this day as a threat to the British police. She has tremendous influence on revolutionaries such as Bhagat Singh, Ashfaq Ullah and Chandrasekhar Azad. She also wielded a strong influence on the members of the Hindustan Socialist Republican Association. She was Bengali, married at the age of 11 to Professor Bhagwati Charan Bora, a member of HSRA, who had planned to bomb the jail in order to free Bhagat Singh but sadly died while testing the bomb on the banks of Ravi near Lahore. Durgawati Devi was an active member of the Naujawan Bharat Sabha, and she assisted in the escape of Bhagat Singh from Lahore after the Saunders killing in 1928. Herself and Bhagat Singh duped as a couple and escaped to Calcutta with Rajguru as their servant. Durga met several revolutionaries along with Bhagat Singh and learned bomb making. She openly opposed the sentence awarded to Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev and Rajguru. She even sold her ornaments worth Rs 3,000 in order to rescue Bhagat Singh and his comrades. As a revenge for their hanging, Durga decided to kill Lord Haley, ex-government of Punjab, who was also a staunch enemy of the revolutionaries. Although the governor escaped, his aides were injured. She was also arrested and awarded imprisonment for 3 years.
Babu Genu. On 12 December 1930, a cloth merchant, George Frazier of Manchester, was transporting his foreign-produced cloth from his shop at Old Hanuman Gully in Mumbai to Mumbai port. The activists of freedom struggle requested them not to move the truck, but their calls were of no avail, as this merchant had sought and got full police protection. The protesters were driven away by the police as the truck began to move. Near Bhangwari on Kalba Devi Road, Shahid Babu Genu stood in front of the truck shouting praises for Mahatma Gandhi. The police officer ordered the driver to drive the truck over Shahid Babu Genu, but the driver was an Indian. He refused and said, "I am Indian and he is also Indian, and we both are brothers to each other. How can I murder my brother?" The English police officer was infuriated and pushed away the truck driver and himself sat on the driver's seat. He now drove the truck over Babu Genu and crushed him to death. This resulted in a huge wave of anger, strike, and protest throughout Mumbai.
Rani Gaidinliu, 1915 to 1933. Rani Gaidinliu was born on 26 January 1915 in the Nungkao village of Manipur. Gaidinliu's introduction to the world of revolution was at the age of 13, while participating in the Hiraka movement against the forced conversions done by the British. Soon the religious movement turned into a national movement as she led an armed revolution of the Rongmei tribe in Manipur, Nagaland and Assam. She was arrested at the age of 16 and was sentenced to lifetime imprisonment by the British. Between 1932 to 1947, the Naga freedom fighter was kept in several prisons in the northeast. After her release in 1947, she continued her work for the betterment of the community. The then Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru called her the Daughter of the Hills and gave her the title Rani. She was also awarded the Padma Bhushan.
Captain Lakshmi Sehgal, born as Lakshmi Swaminathan on October 24, 1914, was a medical practitioner and a commander in Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's army, Azad Hind Sena, as a part of the Rani Jhansi regiment. Lakshmi was a born revolutionary and spoke against the unlocking of the full practices of the caste system in Kerala as a child. She witnessed her mother as a social activist and revolutionary as a role model, and after completing her medical degree went to Singapore to serve Indian, Chinese and Malaysian diaspora instead of serving in the British forces as many doctors did during World War II. She joined the Indian Independence League formed by Rasbihari Bose and later joined the Indian National Army formed under the leadership of Subhash Chandra Bose. She was later arrested and brought back to India in 1945. After independence, she was appointed as the Minister for Women's Affairs and also awarded the Padma Vibhushan. She helped become the role model for the new Indian women.
Rifleman Jaswant Singh Rawat, 1941 to 1962. The story of Rifleman Jaswant Singh Rawat is stunning, and the man himself is a legend in the Indian Army. He was part of the 4th Battalion of the Garhwal Rifles in the Indochina War of 1962. Due to heavy casualties and circumstances, the company was asked to retreat from their position. Jaswant, however, insisted on staying back and fighting off the Chinese. All the other soldiers retreated and Jaswant was left alone to deal with the enemy. What he did then was truly brave. He got some help from two Monpa girls named Sela and Nora. Together they set up weapons at separate points and maintained a volume of fire that fooled the Chinese into believing that they were faced with a huge battalion. The Chinese were left frustrated and this went on for 3 days. Finally, the Chinese managed to capture the man who was supplying rations to Jaswant. On learning that he would be captured soon, Jaswant shot himself in the head. The Chinese were so furious to find that they had been fighting a lone soldier all this while that they cut off his head and carried it back to China. The fate of the brave girls who helped him is unknown.
Subedar Jagdish Chand. Subedar Jagdish Chand was in the mess at Pathankot Air Base, working as a cook, getting breakfast ready when the militants attacked. Hailing from Chamba district in Himachal Pradesh, he had been transferred from Leh to Pathankot a few months ago. He had returned to Pathankot from a leave only a day before the attack. During the attack, he wrestled a rifle from the attacker and killed him with his own weapon. He was caught in a hail of enemy fire and succumbed to his injuries.
Mahendranath Mullah, 1926 to 1971. Captain Mahendranath Mullah, the captain of the INS Khukri, died after his ship was hit by torpedoes fired from the Pak submarine during 1971 war. Mullah gave away his own life-saving jacket to a sailor and tried to save as many lives as he could before he went down with his ship. If you ever end up traveling to Diu, you will find a memorial in name of Mullah along with a full-case model of INS Khukri.